Hello to my Capricorns. Just so you know, I'm going to be doing this every week. I'm going to be pulling one guidance card for the week, just something that some piece of wisdom that the Spirit needs to tell you. And I'm using my fairy tale oracle this week. So with that, here we go. Spirit, what is it, Capricorns? Well, that was quick and simple. Capricorns, here is your wisdom for the week. The juniper tree, deception. Ooh. Okay, guys. So it says, stepmother, she killed me. My father, he ate me. My sister, Malician, gathered all my bones, tied them in a silken scarf, laid them beneath the juniper tree. This terrible and beautiful story begins with a woman standing beneath a juniper tree in her own garden, wishing for all of her heart for a child, a red as blood and as white as snow. She was a premonition of her own death and asked her husband to bury her beneath a juniper tree. She then grows and swells with child and gives birth to a son, red-cheeked and white-skinned. She holds him to her, feeds him with love, and then, after the third day of her life as a mother, passes gently from this world. She is buried beneath the juniper tree, and her husband, who loved her dearly, grieves hard but cares for his child. After his grief lifts, he takes a new wife, and she gives birth to a daughter called Merchelin. In time, the new wife resents the boy, for he will inherit the father's house and money, and she wants this for herself and for her own child. One day, her resentment festered inside of her. She offers her daughter an apple and sends her out to play. She becomes filled with evil and calls to her stepson, her mind twisted with anger and righteousness, hatred for this boy who she sees as her downfall. She offers him an apple too, telling him it is inside a box with a heavy lid. He reaches into the box and she brings down the lid on his tender white neck, severing his head, and then takes a bandage and ties his head back on to his body. She calls Merchelin in, telling her to ask her stepbrother for an apple, and if he does not give it to her, she is to box his ears. The child asks sweetly for the apple from her dead stepbrother, and having no response to her plea, she strikes him, and his head falls to the floor. She cries in anguish, believing she has killed her brother, and runs to her mother, who tells her she will make it all okay. The child nods, weeping for loss of her brother, frightened she will be punished, and her soul condemned for this murder she believes she has committed. When the father returns home, the stepmother tells him the boy has gone away for a time to stay with his uncle. She then serves the husband a stew made of the boy's bones. The child, weeping quietly, is also forced to eat the stew. Filled with remorse, she steals her brother's bones from her mother and lays them to rest with her tears under the juniper tree. And a strange thing happens. As she weeps, a bird emerges from the tree, singing a song of a boy dying on the hands of his stepmother. She wept for his sister. The bird flies, singing to the goldsmith this song, who gives the bird a golden chain. So moved is he by the sadness of the tale, the bird sings the song to a shoemaker. When this card comes to you, you will soon see that you have been carrying a great burden, when the responsibility for so much of sadness lies with another. You must let go of the sense that everything is your fault and begin to understand that you have a good heart. Don't lose hope. Keep doing what you know is right and compassionate thing, and soon a lost loved one will return to you. So there you go. That's pretty sad, but let go of things that aren't your fault, and in return, a lost love will be brought back to you.